Hey guys, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. Yes, for the more aware of you, or for those of you with better memories, I am continuing right on from where we left off. I haven't even stopped the recording or anything. Now I was going to start this episode off in Gilded Vale, but as I was running past, there is a new little place to search. Folded note. My dear Nonton, please be safe. Know that, whatever happens, I love you still. Okay. Let's take that then. And now, let's head to Gilded Vale. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the windmill. Ingroed's house. Oh, smithy. Temple of Aothus. Alfra. And the Black Hound Inn. I'll tell you what, we'll just search through all of these. Let's go to the smithy first because I want to see if they've got any decent weapons. I'm assuming as well that Adir is going to be a friend that we can hire, since he's on the map. But we'll get to that when we do. This Amawa man is of an impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is a dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears and a square-jawed face coated in smeared soot and arching black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome! You're the first new face I've seen around here in quite some time. What can I do for you? What do you have? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be. But we find weapons and armour to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Show me what you have for sale. Oh, they do have some fairly nice bits and bobs, don't they? Although from the looks of it, not a massive amount that I can either afford or that really is better than the stuff I already have. Oh, I can sell some stuff though. Let's have a crack through this. Yeah, pretty much all of this stuff is going to be sold. I think that's a hunting bow, isn't it? Yep. What's this wand? That's just a rod. Keep a hold of it just in case. Don't want any of this. Not that bothered about the hood. Probably not going to use the helm. I'll keep all of this. Keep the torches. Sell the wolf hide. And the bear hide. Yeah, that's cool. So I get 490 out of that. Oh. We'll take that because I think that'll help me with the climbing. And a warbow. Because I want one of them for me. Also, oh wait a second, I should have gotten this as well. Yes, that is far better than what I already have. Don't want the battle axe. Don't want the buckler. Do I keep the sword? I'll get rid of the sword. I don't... okay, we'll keep a hold of that just in case, and we'll trade that. Cool. Only the most fascinating of content for you guys. Watching me sell the things that I've picked up. Okay, what's around here? So we'll go to Ingroed's house first, and then the windmill. Ingroed. Nonton. Go and have a chat with you, mate. Ingroed. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little. Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nonton? Nonton coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for... Yeah, you two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so, Ingrowd laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay. She looks at Nonton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Nonton reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery, he says. I know what happened in that bear cave, Nonton. The colour drains from Nonton's face. I don't know what you mean. I told you the truth of it. Are you accusing him of something? Ingrowd looks to Nonton, touching his arm. If this is about the accident, we're both grieving Pearlie's loss, but it was a wild animal's doing. Nonton shakes his head minutely. You see a tremble in his hands. What would make you suggest such a thing? I had a vision in the cave. I saw Pearlie's last moments as he lived them. I saw you cut him with a knife. That's not possible. Nonton stares at you. How could you possibly know? His hand falls to the sword belt. I left no sign. Nonton, wait. Ingrowd raises a hand. I don't know what you saw in that cave, but it isn't what you think. Pearlie, my husband, he was as much a beast as that bear. I tried to leave the first time I suffered his temper, but he wouldn't have it. She looks away, expression pained. Nonton, we met and I knew I'd found someone special, someone kind, who cared for me. Please, all we want is to leave this place, to start somewhere else. She looks down at the satchels. We've some coins saved up. You could have it, if you'll only let us go. Okay. So they conspired to kill her abusive husband so they could run away together. Now, what is my stance on this? Because they murdered him, basically. The guy sounds like he was a dick. No, I'll tell you what, let's go chaotic good. Keep the money, use it to start a new life. Ingrowd blinks, surprised. Then, thank you, truly. I'm glad you understand. Only, here, take this at least. I hope it brings you luck. She looks to Nonton, smiling. We have a long journey ahead of us. You gained a new item, minor ring of deflection. Cool. I wish you well on your travels, stranger. We won't forget this. Sweet. Oh! And I leveled up. Let's go for... It's not the most interesting episode to watch so far, is it? Punt a load into stealth again, I think. A little bit into athletics. Dirty fighting. Okay, so we've got 10% of crits converted. 10% of hits converted to crits. Sorry. So that allows me to get away. That's melee, and that's blinding strike. Actually, you know what? The way this is starting to play out, I think I'm going to go with escape, because then I can continue to be ranged rather than, or at least to be more and more. Although dirty fighting is good. You know what, actually I'm going to go with dirty fighting because, you know, I can still get away. And if the fight is going to be tanking anyway, then it shouldn't be much of an issue. Looks like you want to be punting a load at the law, and because you're going to be with me, you're going to have some stealth as well. Oh, spells. I'll be back in a minute. I'm not going to make you sit. I'm not going to make you sit through this. Okay, so that's that done. We've got our new spells, we've got our new bits and bobs. We'll just steal all of their things now that they've run away, and then we'll leave. Okay, so what do we want to do? I'll tell you what, we haven't actually spent night at the inn, and it means that we can get our spells back. Just get our bits and bobs. That, and it's free if we use the common room. So, and we might get a reward actually because we got what's his face back. Hello and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you. Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favourite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenrith said he wanted to whip us up something nice for you. He's already in the back to work in the kitchen. So what would you like? I'll have a room, please. Hells yes. End dialogue. I have a load of money, so we're going to go with... actually, we'll just go with the common room. Yes, please. This is different to when I went camping. Okay. Your sleep is restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed by the blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of the Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Suddenly your head snaps up and her eyes are open, and they are empty behind them and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air she speaks a word. Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her decaying face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new, queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. And we got more experience. So we get to level up again. Back in a moment. Okay, so with that done, we're making our way back to the gallows tree. Yeah, I wonder who that could possibly be then. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bough that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward rigidly from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surrounding, but there is a tepid warmth to it, and you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it. Not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that has no worldly dimension. We'll reach out for the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out towards the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new, unfamiliar awareness. Once you've expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in milky fog. Her body still swaying in a wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, the rope creaking as she does, and she smiles at you. Am I imagining this? How are you able to speak to me? I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face, as though consoling a child. She nods. What's a watcher? Wait a second. Okay, I'm just going to pause right here. Are the Hollowborn are born without souls, and it says here that some say the Adra Stones, which are the blood veins of the world, or some say through the Adra Stones. That looked like it was built out of Adra, the big construction. So my theory is that those contraptions are somehow stealing the souls from the Adra. So when the souls die, so when somebody dies, their soul goes to the Adra, and they aren't being punted back out again, which means that people are being born without souls. That's just a theory that's literally just sprung into my mind when I was watching that, when I was reading that. What did you mean when all goes well? She smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whiskers that sprouts from one of her cheeks. I think I survived a beer wick. Do you know why that would be? You said souls break apart over time. I want to know something about you. Who are you? Look how that ended up for you, unfortunately. What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping, choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself. Tell me. What's an animancer? I think that's it for now. Farewell. Caldera closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision from some unknown place of waiting. Ellis Pelteth was granted Crucible of the Soul. Okay, well, that was exciting. Let's shift. Okay. The smell of pipe smoke, at once earthy and sweet, winds its way into your nostrils. Your eyes trace the smoke to its origin, where you find a broad man with straw-coloured hair leaning against a mossy rock wall, his pipes held to his lips with one meaty hand. He looks you directly in the eye, but the look is not aggressive. He regards you with a peculiar smirk. I'm sorry? What are you talking about? Is that what you people do for fun around here? just so confused. What makes you think I was interested in the dwarf woman? He looks at you for a moment, his brow arched. His smirk broadens. Do you know what a watcher is? Thank you. You think you're going to be hanged? The war? Saints' War. Only one in my lifetime. Fella decides he's the living incarnation of Aothas, overthrows Redsurus, marches on Deerwood. So we gave him a Deerwood and hello. What's a Deerwood and hello? He smiles at this, but it is the smile of one recounting a joke for effect rather than enjoyment. Who's Aothas? God of rebirth and redemption. Formally, anyhow. Maybe they call him something different where you're from. I had other questions. I got time. Why was your headman hanged? Got involved. Redrick sent men down here the other day. Said they had it on good authority someone in the town was working with Kolsk, plotting Radric's overthrow. Said if he hadn't come forward right there and then, they'd hang every last one of us. No one was coming forward. So Swithin, that's my headman, he steps up and says it's him. They took him at his word. He sighs and shakes his head, his eyes fixed on the tree. Bound to happen sooner or later. If not for plotting against Redrick, then for protecting me. What does the town have against you? Wow. Okay. Aloth glances at you and lowers his voice. You can see why I was eager to leave. Who's Kolsk? Someone who got tired of all the hangings. He's on the run now. Probably will be till they catch him. If you're going to be hanged, what are you still doing here? Drinking, mostly. Point of fact, I'm on my way out. Just haven't figured where I'm going yet. Not a whole lot of places out there that don't think Waidwin's legacy started with Waiden. We could travel together. Where you headed? Some place called Cade Nua. There's an old watcher there who might be able to help me. There's a fine reason if I ever heard one. He tilts his head forwards and gives you a pointed look. Let's get going. And we've got a new party member. With a lot of hit points. He is definitely my tank. Awesome. Well, I'm going to call it a day there, guys. It seems like as good a time as any to stop. I think we'll head down into the Temple of Aothas next episode. But thank you. If you made it this far, it means a whole lot. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the series so far. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.